Hi YouTubers, I'm busy assembling the Isuzu motor here. It is actually a gear block. It's an Isuzu motor. They come with this motor in. They say it's Opel motor. This is the one that they overheated and burned the head gasket on 2 and 3, and they say only ran on that, and they ran it without water. We've replaced the rings, the bearings already in it, and I'm just now checking if I've got everything right on it. So we'll have to see how far I get with it, because I've lost footage on the putting it together as I started filming the assembly process, and I didn't realize that the camera battery is going to go dead on me. The camera battery went dead. Now that the camera battery went dead, I lost that footage of that assembling so far. So I charged the camera battery back up to carry on assembling. As soon as I've got everything done, I'll fit new rings, new bearings, went through the bottom end. I've still got to torque some stuff at the bottom before the sump and covers and stuff go on at the bottom. I've got to get everything else done. I've still got to torque the head. The head is back on. First trying to get the oil pump and stuff on in the front, and carry on assembling in the front area. I've still got to spray the stuff clean. As you can see, I've got to finish up at the bottom. I'm going to torque these caps in. The big ends and the mains I'll have to retorque and just check. And get the flywheel back on. Get the oil pump on. And then I can carry on with the rest of it. Got the cam and stuff all in. The followers and stuff's all in. So I have to just dampen it with some oil and stuff. Because of the sump not being on, the oil just drips out of the bottom. And hopefully I can get it kicked over, started, and get everything else ready on it. And just turn it back. So I'm going to clean that pump and stuff, because all that stuff is being done. This motor was rebuilt and they built it. So it's going to get a bit noisy with the compressors and stuff around here. Let me just kick on the compressors. to just hold air. You have to watch the stop other parts of. Overheating, you can see the melt everything on the inside is kept up on the valve cover, so melted everything away. I couldn't get a new one, I couldn't find a new one, so I picked up the second hand one, which I've got to do. It's supposed to be like that, and actually really messed up. So I brought this one to put on, at least it will help it. get all nice and clean. Guys that assemble this motor, they really need a lot of silicone in it. Gasket makers, and where a few of used gasket makers, I use gasket makers. So I don't know what was in the brain when they used so much gasket makers all over the show. Just use this compressor or flat. Plug it out and it's compressor's really noisy. I don't know if you could hear me. I've got a wash bay to wash the parts and stuff, but I need to get all the silicone off these parts, and people have really made a mess on it. I'm blind as a bat because I'm working without my glasses on. Trying to get all this sealant off so I can put new sealant on. Get the new sealant on. Lots of sealant on this motor. So it takes time to get everything cleaned on the motor. I've still got to finish the Opel combo up. Master cylinder they got was off the market, but it was a plastic one. And I replaced it, started to bleed and an arm broke on it as soon as it got to pressure. But took it out, cleaned it up, rinsed it out. And we got another original one with a steel arm. So I'm going to put in the original one in. From the agents, it's 13,000 odd rand for the original. I picked up another similar to off the factory, also with a steel arm, but more than the one with the plastic arms. So the one's plastic armor broke, we're going to rebuild that one so it can be used again sometime down the line. So you can see all this, and the silicone out here. I don't know why they put so much on. You can just give it a light rub so it can seal, not pack it the way they've packed it. the silicone. I'm messing oily on the floor. So oil in this motor still was clean, new oil, and I drained it. But with overheating and emerging that rings and stuff, I discarded that oil because I don't use that oil again, even if it's been new oil. Once it gets burnt like that and the stuff gets burnt, you don't use it. I'm just trying to get all this silicone cleaned off they got on here. The trick is with a blade like this, you don't want a blade digging on it or scratching on it. You slide the blade over the metal to get the silicone cleaned up off it. And you rub it till the final pieces come off. Make sure the holes and stuff is clean of it. Okay. Now I can take some sealer, light coat of sealer, and then I can put a spot back on. Let's just get everything lined up nicely here. See if it's going to fit on okay. Actually pushing the slip out of this seal. I don't want to damage the seal. Okay. Let me just put some sealer on here. Lots of sealer. And then I can put it together. What I do is I take a little bit of my finger and I massage onto the metal. Just a thin little layer of coat on it. Doesn't get dry again. I just need 2 screws and a very small little flat point screwdriver, so I can just make sure that seal slides in properly. Now what I do is I'll just make sure to seal these in properly. Just to have 2 of these little bolts here. It actually hold it in place. One there, and one there. I'm sorry, I'm now with my big fat head here in your way. I'll just get the Allen keys. A little bit difficult when I haven't got anyone holding the cameras for me. I'm only one person alone, and I've got to do with what I've got. I must go get my glasses on now. I'm blind as a mole without my glasses. Oh, what's going on here? Where's the other Allen key? Never lost the Allen key. The Allen key size here. That should be the right one. Here we go. Side 1. Now we can get the others out. One over there. There and one over there. And the top. And there. Okay. Well, let me put him back in my holder because I'm going to start searching for him again. Okay, that's done. These are old overall pants of mine. Now, that's that side. I need to get that cleaned off there so I can get that section on, because it's cam belt has to go on. Now where is this other box about? Was bought somewhere. Now I'm going to just flip this around to the vehicle. Let's go swing this around to the vehicle area. Just need this part over here. So just give it a clean off as well. Alright, let's swing you around from the isuzu bucket back to the motor. Now this part here will come on over here, the seal is still there. We'll come in to over here. I've just got to see which way it goes on. We'll go on to like that. Then cover must come on. And I think the cover will be first. This cover will go on here, so that will go in behind the cover. Okay, you would see the thermostat and stuff was already removed behind this cover out when I took it off to take the head off, and pulled the head out when this cover was still on. You just have to loosen up the cover, move it forward, and then you can get that unit loosened up and pull the head out without taking this cover off. But it's not a problem. Let me clean that silicone over there. Because I'm alone,